Hello students, this is Dr. V. Sridevi, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Government City College, Hyderabad. Today we are discussing about the general characteristics and classification of Arthropoda. What is Arthropoda and what are the important characteristics of Arthropoda and how it is classified, based on what? These are the things which we are going to discuss in this chapter. Now coming to introduction. Phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda means, arthron means joint, podos means foot, which means they have jointed foot or jointed limbs. This is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom, in which there are about 80% of the species included. They are found in nearly every habitat on the earth, means they can be seen everywhere like water, air, earth, everywhere. Now coming to general characteristics of Arthropoda. The exoskeleton of Arthropoda is made up of chitin, which is a tough and flexible material, and body has segmentation, which is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. They are having jointed appendages. They are specialized for movement, feeding and reproduction. Body has bilateral symmetry, which means equal halves, and the circulatory system is open type, means blood is pumped into a hemocoel body cavity, unlike closed circulatory system. Here the blood is pumped into a hemocoel. Respiratory system. Respiratory system has gills, trachea or book lungs depending on the species. There are diversified species which are included in this Arthropoda. That is the reason why some of the species living in water bodies, some of them are living on earth. Based on that situation, they can be used gills for respiration in water bodies if they are aquatic animals. If they are land living, they can be used trachea and book lungs for their respiration, and they are highly developed sensory, they are having highly developed sensory organs like compound eyes and antennae, and they shows metamorphosis, which means they undergo developmental stages like larva, pupa and adult stages. Now coming to classification of Arthropoda. Kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, and the phylum is divided into several subphyla, classes and orders. The major classes or groups include Calcirata, Crustacea, Myripoda and Hexapoda. Now coming to classification in detail. Class Calcirata. The body divided into cephalothorax and abdomen. They have calcirae and pedipalps, means appendages, lack of antennae. These are the key features of the Calcirata. Now coming to Crustacea. What are the key characteristics of the Crustacea? Means the two pairs of antennae present in crustaceans, they are having biramous appendages, means two branches, appendages can be divided into branches, two branches, that is why the name comes biramous, and they are aquatic and many with gills. They are aquatic in nature, that is the reason why they are having gills for their respiration. Now coming to Myriapoda. What are the characteristic features of Myriapoda? Their body with many segments and each segment with one or two pairs of legs, and they are having unbranched appendages. The next class is Hexapoda, in which the key characters are 3 pairs of legs. Hexapodans possess 3 pairs of legs. 3 body regions include head, thorax and abdomen, often undergo metamorphosis from the egg to adult form. Egg converted into larva, then metamorphosed into pupa, then metamorphosed into adult stage. This is comparison of major arthropod classes. So, these are the characteristics, these are the major groups of arthropods. According to the characteristics, how they are classified. Body segmentation. In Cheliceratta, the body is divided into cephalothorax and abdomen, whereas in crustaceans same cephalothorax and abdomen, and Myriapoda there are numerous segments are present in their body. And when comes to Hexapoda, the body is divided into head, thorax and abdomen. When coming to antennae, how the antennae is present in this group of organisms. In Cheliceratta, there are no antennae. In Crustacea, 2 pairs of antennae. In Myriapoda, 1 pair of antennae are present, and Hexapoda only 1 pair of antennae is present. Legs per segment, how the legs are present in each group. In Cheliceratta, 4 pairs present, and in Crustacea variable legs are present. When comes to Myriapoda, 1 to 2 pairs of legs, and Hexapoda 3 pairs of legs. Now coming to respiratory organs, how the respiratory organs are present. In Cheliceratta, book lungs and also gills are present. For example, lungfish, they are aquatic animals. For example, lungfish breathes with the book lungs, and gills, most of the animals are having gills, as they are aquatic in nature, they will respire with gills. And Crustacea, they are also aquatic animals, they are also having the gills for respiration. And Myriapoda, there is a trachea present in Myriapoda for respiration, and in Hexapoda also trachea for respiration. When comes to habitat, Cheliceratta, most of the chelicerates are terrestrial and aquatic. They can lead a terrestrial mode of life and aquatic mode of life. Some of them leads terrestrial and some of them leads a aquatic life. And when comes to Crustacea, they are aquatic in nature, and Myriapoda, they are terrestrial only, and Hexapoda, they can also lead terrestrial and some of them leads aquatic. Now coming to summary. Arthropoda is the largest and most diverse animal phylum, which is characterized by jointed appendages, an exoskeleton and a segmented body, which is divided into 4 main subphyla, that is Cheliceratta, Crustacea, Myriapoda and Hexapoda. Each subphylum contains several classes with distinct characteristics. These are some of the references for your referral books, textbooks and online resources on zoology, specifically on arthropods, and there are some scientific articles on arthropod classification. Now coming to Onychophora. What is Onychophora? What is the importance of Onychophora? Onychophora, commonly known as peripatus, which is a fascinating group of animals often considered a living fossil due to their primitive features. They have affinities with several major groups of invertebrates, especially arthropods and annelids. Here there is a breakdown of the affinities of Onychophora. They are showing a relationship with Arthropoda and Annelida, but there are some specific characteristics which are present in Onychophora. That is the reason why they are included in a separate phylum, that is Onychophora. Example, Peripatus. This is the video showing the Peripatus. You can see the movement of Peripatus here. Now coming to general characteristics of Onychophora. Coming to habitat, how they are living and where they are living. They are terrestrial, typically found in tropical or subtropical regions, living in moist leaf litter and or under logs. How the body structure of Onychophorans. The body is soft and segmented with numerous legs, typically 14 to 43 pairs, which are unjointed, and a pair of antennae on the head is present, and body is cylindrical and elongated. Oral papillae that secrete a sticky adhesive substance used for capturing prey. Now coming to affinities. What are the affinities or comparative relationships with the different phyla like Arthropoda and Annelida? They are showing a relationship mostly with Arthropoda and Annelida. So, what are the affinities with Arthropoda? They have segmented body like Arthropoda, and Onychophorans have a segmented body. Exoskeleton, which is though not as hardened as in arthropods, they possess a cuticle that is similar to the exoskeleton of Arthropoda, which is providing some external support to the Onychophorans. And they also show jointed appendages like Arthropoda, while their legs are unjointed. The appendages of Onychophora are similar in structure to the jointed legs of arthropods, that is suggesting a possible evolutionary relationship with Arthropoda. Now coming to molting. Onychophorans shed their outer cuticle like arthropods, though they do so in a more gradual manner rather than in discrete molds, and tracheal respiratory system is present in Onychophorans like Arthropoda. Onychophora possess trachea, breathing tubes. Trachea means breathing tubes for gas exchange. Trachea is used for a gas exchange in Onychophorans, though the structure is less complex than in arthropods. Now coming to nervous system, the central nervous system. They have a ventral nerve cord, a common feature in Arthropoda. Ventral nerve cord is also present in Arthropoda. The same feature we can see in this phylum also, and along with the ventral nerve cord there is a brain, though the organization is more primitive. Then coming to affinities with Annelida. So, what are the characteristics which are similar to the Annelida? Here also segmented body. Annelidans are also having the segmented body. Onychophora is also having the segmented body. They show body segmentation which is characteristic of annelid worms, and soft body structure. Unlike arthropods, Onychophorans have a soft body without a hard exoskeleton similar to annelids. Coelom. Both annelids and Onychophora have a true coelom, that is body cavity. Both Annelida and Onychophora are having the true coelom, whereas the Arthropoda is not having the true coelom. And metamerism. Their segmented body is a form of metamerism similar to annelids. Metamerism is similar to annelids. And nephridia, which is the excretory organ, and to remove waste, this is a feature common in annelids. So, nephridia are the excretory organs to remove waste materials or nitrogenous materials from the body, like annelids. In nephridia present in annelida and also present in Onychophora, this is a similar feature in both. That is the relationship similar in two phylas. And circulatory system. Onychophora have a blood filled body cavity, that is hemocoel, similar to the open circulatory system of annelids. So, that is the similarity between these two phylas. That is the reason why it is compared with two phylas, Arthropoda and Annelida, which is showing two different characteristic features of different phylas and also some specific characters. That is the reason why it is grouped under separate phyla. And now coming to evolutionary significance of Onychophora. Due to their combination of arthropod and annelid like features, Onychophora are considered as a living fossil and are seen as link between the two phyla. It is suggested that they could represent an early branch of the evolutionary tree that eventually gave rise to the arthropods and annelids. Onychophora are often considered ancestral to arthropods, meaning that they might share a common ancestor with both arthropods and annelids, which provides insights into the transition from soft bodied animals to the more highly specialized hard bodied arthropods. Some researchers consider Onychophora to be the sister group to arthropods, meaning that they share a more recent common ancestor features with the arthropods than with annelids. Now coming to conclusion. Onychophora shares both arthropod and annelid like features, making it significant group for understanding the evolutionary history of these two phyla. It is often seen as a missing link or transitionary form between the segmented worms, annelids, and the jointed limbed arthropods. Despite these affinities, Onychophora represents its own distinct phylum with unique characteristics. I thank to Science Photo Library for providing the peripatus video. Thanks to e-resources for providing the concerned information on Arthropoda, and thanks for images provided by the Google team. So, based on the characteristics, the Arthropoda is grouped into four classes, main classes, that is Calcirata, Crustacea, Myriapoda and Hexapoda. Based on body segmentation, how they are divided into four groups. So, in Calcirata, body is divided into cephalothorax and abdomen, Crustacea divided into cephalothorax and abdomen only. When comes to Myriapoda, the body has numerous segments, and Hexapoda, it has divided into three: head, thorax and abdomen. When comes to antennae, there are no antennae present in Chelicerata. There are 2 pairs of antennae present in Crustacea. There are 1 pair of antennae present in Myriapoda and 1 pair of antennae present in Hexapoda. When comes to legs per segment, how many legs are present in a segment in each group? There are 4 pairs of legs per segment present in Chelicerata. There are variable legs per segment present in Crustacea, and 1 to 2 pairs of legs present in each segment in Myriapoda, and 3 pairs of legs per each segment present in Hexapoda. When comes to respiratory organs, there are book lungs and gills present in Chelicerata, only gills present in Crustacea, and trachea present in both Myriapoda and Hexapoda for respiration. When comes to habitat, Cheliceratans can live on land and also in water, hence they are terrestrial and aquatic. Both modes of life can be seen in Chelicerata. Some of them are can live on land and some of them can live in water. That is the reason why Chelicerates can be considered under both groups, terrestrial and aquatic. And Crustacea, they live only in water, that is why they are aquatic. And Myriapoda, they live only on the earth, that is the reason why they are considered as terrestrial organisms. And Hexapoda, they can live both life, means some of the species can live in water, some of them live on the earth, hence they are considered under both the terrestrial and aquatic. So, Arthropoda is the largest and most diverse animal phylum, means in invertebrates the Arthropoda is the largest phylum. Why? Because there are several diversified animals included in this group, in this phylum, and this phylum is characterized by jointed appendages, an exoskeleton and a segmented body. These are the characteristic features of the arthropods. The main characteristic feature is the jointed limbs or jointed appendages, and the body is divided into 4 main subphyla, that is Chelicerata, Crustacea, Myriapoda and Hexapoda, and each subphylum contains several classes with distinct characteristics. Now coming to Onychophora. Onychophora, commonly known as peripatus, it is a fascinating group of animals, often considered a living fossil due to their primitive features. They have affinities with several major groups like Arthropoda and Annelida, and especially Arthropoda and Annelida. Here is a breakdown of the affinities of Onychophora: molting, tracheal respiration, central nervous system, and exoskeleton and jointed appendages, segmented body. These are the main features which are similar to arthropods. When comes to Annelida, the body, segmented body and soft body structure and coelom, these are the similar features, and also metamerism, nephridia and circulatory system. These are the systems which are similar to Onychophora. So, some of the features are similar to Arthropoda and some of the features similar to Annelida, and in addition to that, the Onychophorans are showing specific features. That is the reason why they are the ancestors and they are the connecting links between these two phyla, and because of their specific features they are included in separate phylum, that is Onychophora. Example, Peripatus.